Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Coach Griffin Show. I am Caleb Hutchins. Alongside me once again, Flowery Branch Head Coach Chris Griffin after the 17-7 win at Cedar Shoals last week. Coach, what pleased you most about the team's performance?
Well, I think we're starting to understand what it takes to win again. We cut down, for the most part, cut down on some mistakes. I felt like our defense played very good. Special teams, we fielded some balls and defended some of the things that they did well. I thought, had one little kickoff return that our kicker had to make Will Filson had to make a great open field tackle. But, for the most part, special teams is doing things well. Defense is playing great. Offensively, we had our moments where we were successful, still making some mistakes at spots. But, again, I think we're headed in the right direction, and we just continue to plug away at it and find out how much we've improved against Winder.
You talked about the defense. It wasn't a shutout because they were able to score a defensive touchdown, but the defense didn't allow a point and under 100 total yards. What pleased you the most about the defense?
Well, yeah, first of all, they're the type of kids that when you ask them to do something, they're going to do what you tell them to do. They play very hard, very coachable. They're playing with a lot of effort. Our coaches are doing a great job and have a great plan. Again, it's that side of the ball right now is doing what we've always done, here at the branch, and that's do things right and play hard and have some intensity doing it.
Not a big point differential, only one more point than a week ago, but a lot less turnovers. What improvements, if any, did you see from the offense?
Well, I think we're running the ball a little better. Our offensive line, I thought, made some huge strides in the right direction as far as just being physical and having their hat where it needs to be and communicating some things. And I felt like Jeremiah did a great job at F as getting in there and getting some positive yards. We didn't have quite the number of negative plays that we did the week before. Passing game wise, we still just gotta get more consistent. We gotta have some guys make plays.
You talked about the offensive line. You touched on it last week. 3 new starters up front. How did you feel about the way the new starters were able to play on the offensive line?
Very pleased. They're getting better. Again, when you go into the year with guys that have gotten the bulk of the reps in the preseason, and all of a sudden you have to make some late changes. And 2 of those guys that started Friday night actually were defensive guys for most of the preseason. And in fact, Desmond Osborne, he's been a defensive guy his entire career here, just playing bits and a few plays here or there off on the offensive line. So Dylan Cannell, the sophomore at right guard, he's a sophomore who's still trying to learn some of the little details. But overall, very pleased. They're a fun group of guys to coach, and they play hard. It's just a matter of just getting quality reps and getting better.
What does the team need to do now to continue this momentum as you keep going through region play?
We got to continue to improve. We cannot be satisfied with anything. Nobody's going to be easy anymore. Those days are over with. We've got to take every game as serious as we would a region championship or a playoff game. We've got to continue to prepare off the field, do things right, sleep well, eat right, watch our film, ask questions to the coaches about what they need to improve on, and it just there's a couple dozen things that we could sit here and talk about as far as what we've got to do, but we'll continue to get better, and I think we're heading in the right direction.
What do you see from Winder on film as you get ready to play them?
They're scary. Whoever thinks that this is going to be an easy game is crazy. They're as much of improved a football team as I've ever seen from one year to the next. They're very confident in the right way, not cocky. I think they're very confident. I think they feel like they can beat us. I think they play very hard. They don't make many mistakes. They've got some athletes. Winder's always had athletes. It's just been an issue of them just not believing that they can win. Right now, they believe that they can win. They played Salem down to the last play of the game the other night, and it's games were kind of beat up on them a little bit, but I think it was you look at the stats other than the score, it was pretty even. it just came down to some turnovers and some breakdowns on their part that cost them the game. But it was Winder's a very, very good team, and our kids are, they're going to have the work cut out for them, and we're going to play extremely well in order to beat them.
All right, well, Coach Griffin, thank you once again for coming on. Now time for our Player of the Game segment. Our Player of the Game this week, senior Zach Smith. Player of the Game segment. Our Player of the Game this week, senior Zach Smith. Zach, what were you most pleased about the team's performance?
I was mainly pleased with our overall team togetherness. We played together, offense and defense worked together to get the win.
What were the main things the defense did well?
We shut down their quarterback. Their quarterback was their best player, and we keyed on him on quarterback draws, and we were able to rush the passer and get some sacks.
You were able to score on a sort of a play action play. Walk us through that play.
Well, the play was originally supposed to go to Jeremiah, but I told Jason before the play that I was going to be wide open. They were biting on the run, and when they bit on the run, I was in the flats, wide open. Easy 6.
The offense was able to cut down on a lot of the mistakes from last week. What did the offense do better mainly in this game?
We ran the ball effectively, and we cut down on penalties, so we weren't put in situations we couldn't handle, such as 3rd and longs and potentially 4th and longs.
As you look at Winder on film, as you get ready to play them, what's your take on them?
They play hard. They play really hard. They're a much better team than in years past, and if we don't take them seriously, they have a chance to beat us.
All right, well, Zach Smith, thank you for coming on the show. The Falcons get set to take on Winder Barrow at the Branch.